make sure that you're using it on a 20 amp circuit or else you will pop some bitch. It will work on a 15, just use it on a 20 just in case. I don't think it uses anywhere near, it probably uses like maybe less than 10 amps. Oh, cocksucker. Nice. Oh god. Okay, be careful, watch out. Woo. Wow. Yeah, I was just seeing, I was just waiting for that. Hello, tubers. It's me, Jimbo, here again. Judging by the tools that were out over there, minus the welder. I replaced a temp sensor in the 78 F-150 so this temp gauge actually works. Replaced a wiper switch to see if we can alleviate the not turning off problem it's having. And the wipers still stay on. I think it's the wiper motor has a bad park switch in it, if that's the case, if it even has one. I think it should. So it probably just thinks it's on all the time. I don't know. It just kind of stays on one speed. So I got to figure that out, and I kind of need your guys' help because I don't want to have my friend spend more money than he needs to. So, anyways, he's got a brand new drive shaft in it. They took the old one and cut the tube off the ends, or cut the ends off the tube. They put a new tube on it and welded the old ends back on and gave him a new yoke that goes over the other end of the transmission. So it has a new slip yoke on one end at least. So in the meantime, he gave me some tools. I welded this shit together because first of all, this is like a 1-inch socket on there, and I'm like, what the hell? And they bought an adapter. I just welded the adapter right to it. I mean, look at you. Right here, there's a hole. I welded right into it and ground it back. It's like it was never there. My welds, they're okay. Wire weld them a little bit. They're just not even. I don't have a proper mask, and so I'm not, I don't have proper wire and stuff. So I'm gonna finish grinding on this and whatnot. And then this guy actually got bolted to the desk now. Originally we didn't want to drill holes into the desk because it was brand new when we first got it, but now it's kind of got some wear on it, and I'm tired of having this thing on the floor down over there behind the beer bottles, and I just need it on the desk. So I drilled some holes and bolted it down, and it's nice and rock solid. It's seen some better days. Need to get an LED light in here. Anyways, I'm gonna tank around with this and maybe clean up my desk a little bit. Anybody want to see what's inside? Oh, look at that. So I was just using it for that little bit. Only 107 degrees. Regular motor, no, just a brushless. It's got a big old bearing back there. It's got two big bearings. I want to get new stones for this, and I'm going to get one of those, I forgot what it was, but Keith Fenner is a machinist I like to watch. He has a little stone thing that he used to come in here and intrude this up both this way and here. What's the term for this? Linearly. And then I think this is actually, I don't know. I failed math, so yeah. I took the shield up because they're just rattling around. I never use them. I think I've always got glasses on, or if I really need to, I've got safety goggles. Now, come on. Right as I start recording, there's a bee. It just comes out of nowhere. It's like, hey, how you doing? What y'all doing? So, I'm not going to lie. I need to go work out again. Might do that tonight. I don't know. Depends if I get stung. The only lift strut I could find for this window that would fit the studs on this window thingy here, and it was actually an acceptable length, that's what she said, was a 4638. Yeah, 4683. So anyways, someone was able to get this one to fit, and when I shut it, no, first of all, this is why I replaced it. Never mind this wire, this is just for my overhead lights that don't do anything. They're literally crap. Anyways, the one that was on this truck, you would go to shut it, you get right about here and it would bottom out and it'd push up on everything and everything was all dick. That's why I got this going on. So I have quite a bit of room there. I'm going to measure how much that is, because ideally what I would like to do is this comes up about here, and I need to come up a little bit higher. What I was thinking is having it come up like that would be a lot better. So what I'm going to do is probably eventually cut those rivets out and drill them out or something, and then we'll get some skinny bolts and put them in there. I don't think I have anything. So I actually found a couple bolts here and nuts to go with it. This is from a weed eater. The other thing I want to try and take care of on my truck is when I had a little bed liner that I had gotten for free when I bought this truck, and I screwed it in down here because it was too short for a Dodge Ram. So it was like this much. So what I want to do is I actually want to weld those holes up, and I want to get in there with a die grinder and just clean it up a little bit. So I'll clean it up. I want to see if I can weld it. I've been playing around with that welder for some time now, and I figured out that wire speed 4, I'm using the Harbor Freight, the $100 one. I'm using that, and wire speed 4, and then minimum heat on this kind of metal shouldn't blow through it. So let's just try, let's see, let's try right here. So I've unhooked the battery. Now probably what I'll go get later is a grinding disc for the for my angle grinder. However, I want to see if I can weld this first. Let's see. Contact? Hell yeah. Hey, that worked really good. We filled that hole right up. Instead of that, trying to fill up a little pinhole that was in there. Key is to also have ventilation. I have the doors open. So this is the welder. This is like $110 or something like that at Harbor Freight. It's actually, you know, for Harbor Freight, this is probably their best, my opinion. One of their best tools there. I mean, it's simple. It's actually pretty, for being kind of cheesy as it is. It's for the most part, it's clean looking. You know, it's not too cheap feeling. It feels like it's worth at least a couple $100, I think. But then again, this is my first welder, so what do I know, right? So I've got minimum heat. You just have a min max. Of course, you're on and off. Got it on minimum, and I've got it on 4. So that seems to be a good amount of flow. It might be a little bit much, but it'll keep it from burning a hole through that. So now what we just need to do is get a grinder and try not to put too many barnacles on there. So I'm going to fill the rest of those holes up. I probably end up getting a new thing of wire for this soon, because I'd like to fill these up. These are for like a 5th wheel. I'm never going to use one of those. And those holes there I made a while back, I want to get those taken care of too. So I'm going to weld this thing up. All these holes here. There's one here and one there. I want to weld those up. Weld all that in. But eventually I just like to make it so it's sealed up. There's even holes on this rail here I want to weld up. And the one we tried welding up, but Adam couldn't do it with his welder. There's a crack right under here. I'll leave that. I'll get a nice flapper disc actually. We've used that to take down the middle. Get a few of those. Take it down to where it's smooth, weld it if we need to again, and so yeah, that's what I'm up to. For those of you working on your pickup trucks, don't forget to have a beer. Make sure that you're using it on a 20 amp circuit or else you will pop some bitch. It will work on a 15, just use it on a 20 just in case. I don't think it uses anywhere, it probably uses like maybe less than 10 amps. Oh, cocksucker. Nice. Keep in mind, I'm by myself. I took that there canopy right off by myself. You wanna know how I did it? You turn it so that it's perpendicular to the truck, and then shut the door. You're gonna have to like balance it too. Then grab it, move it over, and then I grab the 2 supports, and I just fucking yeah, and bend with your knees. So I've run out of wire, and also having the canopy on there will give me better ventilation for welding up these holes. And I'd like to drive this thing without a canopy for a while. Every once in a while I like to do that. It's really nice going on a road trip with no canopy at all and just nothing there. It's just a bare pickup truck. It's really nice. So I might even get 32 miles to the gallon now that I have a rebuilt injection pump. Well, I didn't really want to spend the money I just made on that truck. However, I needed some things. First of all, I didn't buy this, but I ran out of wire. I needed some abrasives. So I got this DeWalt here. It's got a 7/8 arbor on it, so I went to Horrible Freight and got some Warrior discs. These are pretty nice. I've already grinded like 3 spots down, and it's barely touched the surface on this, so that's nice. I also have this other one here. This one's pretty aggressive. This is a 40 grit. I should just go back and buy a whole bunch of these. I like the Harbor Freight one, these cheap pieces of I shouldn't say pieces of crap, but these little cheap guys from Harbor Freight, just buy a whole bunch of them. I should just make them $1 a piece. And for $3 I got a warranty on my thing there. So I got new roll of wiring. I'm completely out. You go through a lot of wire when you're so let's change out the wire here. I'm gonna unscrew this here. Make sure we got the shot a lot better here. Really not a good idea to grab this wire while you got it turned on. But I'm not grounded. It's alcohol related. It's like I'm getting buzzed just out there. So actually what I'm gonna do, put that half like that. Well, this is wound very nicely. I'm gonna cut the end out of this. Sorry if I'm not showing you what I'm doing here. So now what we'll do, put this on there. Yeah. Like that. Spring. And get that lined up. What I was doing is I was getting the wire lined up in this hole here. And this spring tension on this guy just keeps this thing from unwinding itself. So, something like that. Maybe put it. Yeah, that'll be good. And then when I run this thing out, I let the cord go as straight as possible. There we go. and then we'll just cut that exit. So there we go. The other thing I bought was one of these. I'm tired of using that other little bastard. I'm gonna probably throw that away somewhere. So I got this. You know, it works. And then I can. Later, I'll probably get something from like Miller or whatever they sell at like Air Gas. So I'm going to weld up that other hole. You know, hey, once you paint it, you can't really tell. Well, that about wraps it up for me tonight. I think I welded up like 7 holes. That corner I'm still not happy with, but it's got some more structural integrity, so I'm just gonna paint over it, throw the canopy back on, and call it a day. I think I have 5 more holes. Kind of thinking if I had some hooks, I'd put them in the fenders there, and then weld those in there. But I got a dirty butt. So I'm done for tonight. I'm tired.